Ducati's NCR 900SS is firmly a part of TT history. This was Mike Hailwood's bike for his legendary comeback in 1978. Essentially a showroom road bike with racing parts, its long wheelbase, lightweight frame and conservative geometry guided Hailwood to one of motorsport's greatest stories as he took a fairy tale win, setting a new lap record in the process. Incredibly, having just completed the 6 laps, the engine expired. The stuff of legend. Having produced their first ever 4-stroke road bike 4 years earlier, Suzuki came up with the GS1000, and it was this engine that formed the basis of the Suzuki XR69, a bike which New Zealand's Graham Crosby took to a double victory with success in the Classic and Formula 1 TT races of 1981 on the Heron Suzuki GB bike. The Kiwi would take the machine to further success by landing the TT Formula 1 World Championship title later that same year. Four of Ducati's 8 TT victories were provided by Tony Rutter. He failed to win just one of the 5 Isle of Man TT Formula 2 races between 1981 and 85. The bike he rode to success was more or less the same, the street-going 600cc Pantar Desmo V-twin Ducati, which introduced the lattice type steel frame, later adopted by the factory Superbike machines. Joey Dunlop was coming into his prime in 1983 and that year won the Formula 1 TT race for the first time, doing so on his 4-stroke 850cc Honda Britain and seeing off the Suzuki challenge of Mick Grant and Rob McElnay in the process. Joey would go on to dominate the F1 class through the 80s, this being the first of 6 consecutive Formula 1 victories, a run which came to an end in 1989 when he was ruled out through injury. Norton would win world championships through the likes of Jeff Duke and produce many celebrated models such as the Featherbed Manx. The great tradition of iconic machines was continued in later years, with Robert Dunlop riding the JPS Norton to a podium finish in the Formula 1 race in 1990. The model he rode was the RCW 588, a light and very powerful bike thanks to the torque of its 3-chamber rotary engine. Its distinctive fairing made it a firm fan favourite. Norton's enjoyed a long legacy with the Isle of Man. The first ever TT winner was Rem Fowler, which was the beginning of decades of success for the British manufacturer. The Mark's last win is arguably its most famous. Steve Hislop on the rotary-engined Norton 588cc machine diced with Yamaha's Carl Fogarty in the Senior TT in 1992, which many still hail as one of the greatest motorcycle races of all time. Hislop snatching victory at the checkered flag by 4.4 seconds. Carl Fogarty's last ride around the mountain course was on the Loctite Yamaha 750 and is certainly his most memorable. Even though he didn't add to his tally of 3 TT victories in the senior race in 1992, he came close to victory, finishing just 4.4 seconds behind Steve Hislop. Despite taking runner-up, Fogarty set a new lap record as he pushed the limits in his bid to reach the checkered flag in first place, a lap of 123.61 miles an hour, which would remain unbeaten for 7 years. Although it never won an Isle of Man TT race, the Britain machine is still looked upon as one of the iconic bikes of the 1990s. Brainchild of New Zealand's John Britton, the V1000 had no traditional frame, instead using the engine as a structural component. Much of the body was carbon fibre, as well as the wheels, plus it had electronic data logging, unheard of back then. On its TT debut in 1993 in the hands of Sean Harris, the vivid blue, pink and black bike produced the fastest top speed of any machine in the event. Nick Jeffries was the rider the following year, with Bruce Anstey using it during a parade lap at the Classic TT. When Philip McCallum became the first rider to win 4 TT races in a week, he did so by securing victory in both the Formula 1 and senior races in 1996, aboard the Honda Britain RVF 750 RC45. It was certainly the bike to be on in the mid-1990s. McCallum also winning the senior and F1 races in 1993 and 1995 respectively on the Castrol machines. He repeated the Formula 1 senior double in 97 as he recorded another hat-trick of TT race wins. The first of Joey Dunlop's hat-trick of wins in 2000 came in the Formula 1 race and is regarded by many as the most special of his total of 26 TT race victories. At 48 years of age and having not won a big bike race at the TT for 5 years, he guided the factory-engined Honda SP1 to success, leading for almost the entire duration of the 6-lap contest. With closest rival Dave Jeffries retiring toward the end, Dunlop went on to win by almost a minute from Michael Rutter. David Jeffries broke the lap record in 2000 when he rode the V&M Yamaha R1 to victory in the senior race, becoming the first rider to record a lap in excess of 125 miles an hour. He led all 6 laps from start to finish to complete a hat-trick of race victories, the second year in a row he'd achieved such a feat. In 1999, he'd won both the Formula 1 and senior races, also on the V&M Yamaha R1. John McGuinness made history in the Isle of Man TT centenary year of 2007 by becoming the first rider to lap in excess of 130 miles an hour as he went on to win the senior race on the HM Plant Honda. The team dominated the event that year, winning 5 out of the 6 races, with McGuinness starting the week by winning the Formula 1 TT and rounding off with the senior win, his 13th TT victory at that stage in his career. Ian Hutchinson ripped up the record books in 2010 when he became the first rider to win 5 TT races in a week. Riding the Paget's Honda, he began by securing victory in the Superbike race and rounded things off by winning the Senior TT. In between came success in the Supersport and Superstock classes, 2 of which came on the same day. BMW's first TT success came courtesy of George Meyer when he won the Senior in 1939. It would be another 75 years before the German manufacturer won the blue-ribboned event again, Michael Dunlop on the S1000RR taking the checkered flag in 2014. Even greater success was to follow as Peter Hickman on the superstock BMW M1000RR set the outright lap record with an incredible 136.358 miles per hour in 2023. Michael Dunlop's the most successful racer in Isle of Man TT history, with 29 race wins and counting. In 2024, he broke his Uncle Joey's long-standing record of 26 victories. In recent years, he's made the Supersport class his own, and on his MD Racing Yamaha R6, added another double in 2024 to make it 6 class wins in a row. The previous year, he rode the Yamaha to the first 130-mile-an-hour lap by a Supersport bike.